easy go.
Right guys, this is going to be our last Nightfall solo for the week. We've done Titan and Hunter, so I'll finish the set. I'll do a Warlock for those who are Warlock mains. For this one, I chose Voidwalker because of survivability throughout the Nightfall. This is where I advise that you use Vortex Grenade, excellent area control grenade. Really good on the odds and everything. Really strong. Healing Rift. Empowering Rift has no place in this Nightfall. Definitely Healing Rift. That for preference. And bottom tree. Mainly for Devour. That's the only reason why we're using that. We are using Arc Singe, which I'll show you the card, but Stormcall is a bit meh. I don't know, it's not really good anymore. I mean, the super doesn't, it's just lacking in strength. The super's not really good. Even Dawnblade's better than Storm now, I think. So I opted for Voidwalker. Plus it's the super, the Nova Bomb still does damage, even though it's Arc Singe, you still get a lot of damage on mages. As for armor, all masterwork armor with Ophidian Aspect with kinetic reloader on. I like my better devils to be a quicker reload. Plus Ophidian Aspect is all about reloads. Alternatively, you could run Nezarec Sin, where you get your ability energy back off void damage kills. The only thing that's more effective when you've got a void special, but because we're running Arc Singe, not beneficial. So you can still use Nezarec Sin if you want. But I think overall the neutral game Ophidian Aspect's better. I like quicker reloads. As for the card, we're running 0 handicap, Arc Singe, heavyweight, so that our heavy does a ton more damage and there's a lot more ammo available. And Extinguish, you don't need that on. I just put that on because if I do get a wipe, then it just instantly sends me to orbit, so it's the only reason why I've got that on, but you don't have to have that on if you don't want. Weapons, I've got to mention. Devil's Manannan combo as usual, Arc, because it's Arc Singe, and Curtain Call as our rocket launcher. I will note that Sins of the Past is also really good on this one, because you're hardly using rockets on the boss. And Sins is a better rocket launcher on adds. It's just a better, it has a bigger blast radius, so maybe Sins, but I'm just that used to Curtain Call. I like to use Curtain Call instead. Okay, that's that. So this will be, like I said, the last Nightfall solo for this week. It's Monday anyway, so. But the Warlock is, I'm gonna say, he's the hardest class again. I don't know what it is with the Warlock. I've made a Warlock for a long time, and it becomes more apparent every time with Nightfall solos. The Warlock's the hardest every time. I don't know why. Some of the supers are a bit lacking for bosses and stuff, I think. I think Stormcaller could use a buff for just damage output. I know it's concentrated on trash mobs, but the thing is, Dawnblade, right? Dawnblade's great on adds. It's okay on a boss. Nova Bomb, amazing on a boss. Good on adds, really good on adds if they're clumped up. Good on high priority targets as well. Stormcall is just a bit a bit meh at the minute. So as we start this, I like to get Devour going. Doing it via my melee because I'd used my nade already. Once you've killed those couple of acolytes, start working on the snipers first. Because the snipers will get you while you try and get these mages right here, the ones I'm killing now. I always try and nade that rock because the snipers will hide forever and ever and ever, so I like to nade that rock just to get rid of them. When you come to a certain point, there'll be either two rotations. It'll either be Exploding Thrall or it'll be Knights. Bad news if it's Knights, because that means you've got to fight ogres later on in the fight, i.e. more ogres. You'd have to fight 3 ogres in the main ogre room. If it's Exploding Thrall, means you've got the Shrieker rotation. That means you have the big ogre to kill and 2 Shriekers. The Shriekers are easier than the ogres. I mean, having 3 ogres shooting at you makes it harder. A Shrieker, you can just kill them kind of instant and they won't bother you. I'm trying to blind this guy with the relic, which you can do that. You'll see me do it a couple of times. But try not to be too close when you're rocketing the mages, because its arc singe on the exploding arc shield may kill you. It has happened to me. So don't stand too close. This section you can skip, like on all the other classes. You can probably do it quicker than what I do it, but the way I do it, I guarantee to get through every time. So I kind of wait a second, then go round. Kind of confuses the Exploding Thrall. Because it's arc singe, they can one-shot you if you get caught in the radius. One rocket, a well-timed rocket and a couple of prime shots will kill both knights. If not, they'll hide behind that rock and then you have to do another rocket or 2. Couple of acolytes. Notice there's a lot of bricks on the ground for me as well. I'll be able to come back here if I need more. Like you say there, at least 3 bricks. The next section will be coming up to 4 major knights and then like a mini boss witch that you need to kill. I think up here is a really good place to do everything. I like to put in at least 3 rockets here. If you're lucky enough you can kill maybe all of them. I tried to get a rocket in there, but sometimes the witch will instantly dodge and sometimes they won't. So it's RNG with it, but the witch will kind of back up a little. Just take down the remaining knights. If you are getting wrecked like me, heal and reach a good time. Put it up. If you stand back here as well, the knights are less likely to put the shield up. Not saying that they won't, but they are less likely to. If the further back you are. Also, being up here means that the witch can't really hide from you. There's nowhere for the witch to hide. She'll try and hide behind rocks, but that's she's always in your line of sight. And yes, they can. I mean, I couldn't believe that at the last second. So it might be worth just scouting her down. I like to take out everything else out anyways. Take out the remaining acolytes and then you can focus the witch. Just scout her down. See, if you push up to a different angle to the left of that big rock, she'll always hide from you once a shield has been taken down, and it's up here is just reliable just to easily kill her. And once the wizard's dead, there'll be a bunch of Thrall rushing. But as I said earlier, we had a bunch of rockets left over from here, so I want to go back and get this ammo. One of the most important things about this Nightfall is ammo. Is keeping an eye on your ammo. Because if you're without anything, you want to have a healthy supply at all times, if you can. These Thrall can be skipped. If you were like short on rockets, you could kill them, because some of them are mages. Some of those Thrall are mages, so you could kill them and get more bricks. Because I advise you want as many rockets as you can for this next room. This room here is really hard, but there's ways round it to make it easier. I like to take out as many acolytes as I can before I awaken the Shrieker. The Shrieker will kind of automatically wake up after so long. As soon as you kill the Shrieker, there'll be two mages that spawn. I'm trying to get some damage on them as they're spawning, which I do get some damage on one of the mages. That mage I was just aiming at, he'll just keep moving back and forth. It's not a good place, so I like to loop around, kill the acolytes, and work around this way. Be very careful about how you approach as well. Now this knight was kind of aggroed on me. He was enraged because I'd got him with the rocket. If a knight's ever enraged, he won't shoot you. He'll just run for you and he'll just end up meleeing you. It's good in some ways because they can't dodge. But if I had rocketed him there, I would have killed myself. He was too close. So good time to Nova. Just use your Nova bomb as a panic. There's no specific place to really use it. Be using them as panic Novas on mages. Save them for mages, because we are on Arc Singe. Your Nova bomb's gonna do okay damage, but it's not gonna be great. Unless I'm kind of being patient with this knight. Can't move too far out because of the ogres watching in Sentinel. Just end up scouting this knight down, and they enrage it, which is good. Now I like to take down the back crystals. I like to leave one specific crystal up, just because it plays into the way I done this room. There is no specific points where you need your super, but it is handy having a Nova bomb for the big ogre. Kind of handy, but it's not essential. 3 to 4 rockets will kill the ogre, but we'll get to that when we get past his phase. Now, where I'm going now is I'm going up here. Don't miss your jump on that, by the way, unless the ogre will get you. I'm coming up here for a reason, because snipers spawn up here, Shrieker spawns up here, the 2 major knight, everything spawns up here, so it's actually a good place. The ogre can't get you. I'll try to get some damage in on one of the knights, and I'm kind of sitting in my rift waiting for the 2 snipers. Because if I'm down below, snipers are a nightmare. This is where the Realm Rift came in handy. Try to get Devour procking. Once the 2 snipers are down, I can start working on everything else. Don't be frightened to use rockets as well. We've got a heavyweight on, we'll get our rockets back. Try and clear out this left side first, and then when it's good we need to drop down, because it's too risky to peek too much on here. The ogre will just instantly wreck, so we need to get down below. Plus the acolytes just keep throwing nades. It's not at the best spot once you've done everything, kind of thing. I'll loop back round, and I want to try to take the acolytes out first if I can. This night can be awkward because it's just round this bend. So just be patient about it. By all means heal and rip, but you'll have the ogre's attention as well. So you, one misstep too far out. Just try and hit fire your rockets if you're going to do it. And that's good, we've got the last orb. I did do this room pretty slow. I could have done it a lot quicker, but you end up taking risks, and I didn't want to take any risks on the run really. So, as I was saying, I like to leave one Pacific Crystal to the last, because I like to be in position for my Nova to the Ogre. I like to kind of be behind here. Once I've done that, jump up in the air, instantly Nova Bomb, and then you need to get at least 2 rockets in. And that's good. Now there'll be a lot more ads still left alive, but don't worry. Just stay in cover, because you can see they despawn. Everything despawns. It's a good idea to try and pick up all your rockets. So thoroughly check the room, make sure you're coming out with max heavy or near max heavy. I used a couple more rockets than I needed, but it got the room done. You could as well use blink. I opted not to, but you can definitely use blink. Is fun and all and whatnot, but it is effective actually in the ogre room, where you can blink past certain segments to avoid the ogre. It is evasive and stuff, but I stopped it for this jump. So as soon as we approach the boss room, there'll be 4 major knights that we have to kill before the boss spawns up. I like to try and kill them all with rockets, or nearly all of them anyway. Always be mindful of your health when you're fighting those knights, because obviously it's arc singe, so same with wizards.
Like that's our target.
So the boss doesn't always do this with me, but sometimes he'll spawn in a pack of ads, sometimes he won't. Depends where you stand. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's true. If you stand up top right of the map, he won't spawn ads in, so I'm not sure whether that means he won't spawn more ads later, so it doesn't really matter. Just take them out in cover. So now, positioning is so important with this boss as well. I very rarely go in middle. I'll only go in middle of the map when it's just me and the boss, or the boss is immune and he's not shooting at you. Stuff like that. I won't really go in middle if there's a bunch of ads and the boss shooting at me. And I'm only going in middle for ammo. I'll go on ammo runs every now and again. And each time there's ads, you forget about the boss instantly. This little rock here is a good spot to damage the boss. It kind of hits the rock. I would not call it a cheese, because all it is to me is you're just speeding up doing damage to the boss. That's all it is. It's not like I'm immune to ads, because once he spawns ads in, I couldn't just stand there. Because to me, this boss fight isn't about damage on the boss. It's about surviving. That's the hard thing. I like to try and get a devour going with a melee rather than a grenade. That way I can use my grenade while I'm killing pro. And you want a Devour going on these phases where there's a bunch of Brawl rushing you. At this moment in time the boss is immune, but he's not shooting at me. But that'll change. I like to try and nade those acolytes as they spawn in, because it takes them out pretty quick. Same again, we're kind of hanging around this right hand side of the map. Left hand side works as well, just I prefer it over here. The main thing is always try and be in cover. Or near cover. Now we've got 2 knights spawning again to do the crystals. What I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to get the well, I was trying to get him to spawn his shield, but I ended up just rocketing him anyways. Sometimes it ain't always easy like that, he'll dodge your rockets. Before I try to deal with that overnight, I'm trying to take out all the acolytes, because I know there's a couple of acolytes hiding in the back of the map. With this knight, I was definitely trying to get him to spawn his shield, but he just wasn't having it. There's RNG attached with these knights. I end up just scouting him down completely, which is pretty good because I'm saving rockets in a way. The more rockets we have for later in the fight, the better, because you need backups. You need backup rockets. I could have went over there as well. Sometimes I do it where you go over blind the knight with the relic. But I decided I was just taking him down. I'm on an ammo run now, making sure I pick up all ammo before I start the next phase. And then when you take down the crystal, it'll be the next kind of ad phase. Be mindful of the boss. Now he'll kind of approach you when I'm at this rock. The thing is, you can play this to your advantage. So if he loops around, just go to the... So if he's at the right side of the rock, where I am now, he'll then rotate to the right. I'll then go to the left of the rock, he'll then come to the left. And then you can come here as well to do damage. So that's why I like it on the right side. Sometimes you will take splash damage, like I've said in previous videos, but if you do, just back up and then and then try and reposition it. Always be mindful when he spawns in ads. I like to rocket for that because it gets damage on him and it kills a lot of the ads as well. That's the reason why we chose Void Walker, for survivability, Devour. Yes, your Nova Bomb's nerfed, your grenades aren't very as good as it would be on Stormcaller, but none of that matters. It's about surviving really. Whereas on the Stormcaller, yeah, you've got a rift, that's it. Once the rift's gone, you've got nothing else. I think what would maybe be good on Stormcaller would be Grenadier. Put the Grenadier mod on and Tempest the exotic. So this next phase there'll be witches spawn. I was a little bit late on my wizard. Try and be quicker to kill your wizard. I got lucky. Try and spawn kill her with a rocket. Which you've seen where she spawned on the right side there. I put down a rift behind this rock. I'll often do that. Then I've got Devour going and a rift. if Devour was to run out. Which you shouldn't be running out of Devour. There's tons of Thrall. Now, the boss is ramped up slightly. They're immune, but he can start firing at you while he's immune, whereas on the first phase they weren't doing that. Once we kill this witch, there'll be 2 knights spawning. I just like to scout this witch down. Try to do it in cover as well, because as I said, the boss will try to hit you. The witch won't, however, because you're that far away. It won't do their attack. As soon as you kill the witch, knights will spawn in, which you could try and spawn kill your knight. I just was never there quick enough to do it. I had rockets to burn, so kill me 2 rockets. Now we have the knight over here, which he was being annoying as well, like the first one. Just keeps going back into cover. I mean, I could just rocket, but chances are it's just going to dodge, so. Like I said, I was hoping for them to do a regeneration shield, which generally they do, I don't know. Once you've done that, it's another ammo run again, because it's just you and the boss. No ads are up. So I'm low on devil's ammo, which isn't the best. There's a lot of ammo here. I've got plenty of rockets, which is good. You want plenty of rockets for the last phase. They're your backup plans. Rockets, mace, it's okay. You know, you've got plenty. Because the last phase is the hardest by far. It's really hard. So you'll see how I play it really slow, but only just to get the run in, because it's so easy to get caught out by this boss on this last phase. The phases that we've done so far aren't too bad. Just this last phase. This is why I chose Void Walker. Like on the Stormcaller, I will get to this phase and then die. Occasionally. Not this phase. Sorry. The one after this. This is just, we need to do more damage yet till we get to the last phase. So, I'm killing out all lads first, and then we can do damage. At that rock again. Now I had 6 rockets and rockets on the floor, so you could definitely have used more rockets than I did. I was just uncertain on how many I needed for the very end. Because on my Arc Strider, I killed the boss with a super at the end. The Titan, I think I used a super and pulse nades. Whereas on this class, because it's Arc Singe, our Nova Bomb wouldn't do much. Our grenades aren't going to do much. We've only got rockets, so that's why I was a bit reserved with how many rockets I was using. I'm doing a quick ammo run before we start this actual last phase now. Well, it's not the actual last phase, but we skipped the very last one where there was 2 major knights with shields. We don't even do that one. So it's the last phase that we're doing. Just need to do a little bit more damage yet. So you definitely want a Devour chain going on. And you need to keep it going as well, because there's a lot of thrall that spawn, more than you think. It's always more than you think. You think it's over and then there's more come. So I use this rock as cover, healing rift behind it. You see the boss, he's much more aggressive. Kind of stay in your rift. sometimes he'll come right round. Try to keep your devour going and be as mobile as you can. Don't be frightened to use nades, even rockets if you need to. Just anything to stay alive and keep your chain going. So it's hard because you've got to juggle the thrall, you've got to juggle the adds, you've got to juggle the boss. That's why I found this phase so hard. But on the Voidwalker, once you get practicing, it is good. You always got to keep an eye on where the witch is, where the boss is. So you kind of, you know, like I said, if the boss is going to the right side of the rock, you go left. The boss goes left, and you go right. It just confuses him. So. Now I'm just concerned with trying to kill as many ants as we can. I think that's knights spawning up now. No, they do. I think after all the acolyte are killed. Yep. So this one I tried to instantly kill. I had a Nova to burn. It is really handy if you spawn kill that knight, because we're operating from this side of the map. You don't, you know, it does arc. The knights do arc burn, so you don't want a knight roaming around while the boss is roaming around as well. That can cause wipes. It has caused a wipe on a run of mine before. Whereas the knight on the other side of the map is obviously less dangerous. You're less likely to fire at you. So right now I'm concerned with killing all acolytes, and then once they're all dead I can approach the knight, which I wasn't sure where he went. Be always mindful of your orbs and how long they are on the floor for. I have had them disappear, and if they disappear the game's meant to spawn in another knight, but sometimes it doesn't. I mean, they can stay there for quite a bit, but I'm not sure what time it is on them. For some reason this knight was just hiding constantly, which wasn't. That's one of the most annoying things about this Nightfall. I really like the design of this strike and its mechanics. Probably one of the best ones, to be honest. It's just I don't like the ads always hiding. I was just being mindful of the boss, just make sure he doesn't loop right round this rock, because sometimes that can happen as well. So right now I have plenty of rockets on the floor. I wasn't sure how many rockets this would take. I was wanting to set up just to kill the boss right away now. So the next phase has mages, 2 mages with night shields that run after you, and I think there's a couple more thrall and acolytes. I was wanting to skip that phase and kill the boss, and I wasn't sure how many rockets that would take, because like I said, on the other subclasses I killed with a super, but I didn't have my Nova bomb up, so plus Dark Sins, the Nova wouldn't do too much damage. So right now I'm trying to set the witch up, the boss, so that he's close to me, so I can conveniently rock him. As soon as I think it's a good time, You need to get rockets in as soon as, because the fossil will be staggered. And in lo and behold, he'd done about 3 rockets. If it was any more, I would have died there. So yeah, 3 rockets for that last phase will do it. Yeah, so that was a run for the Warlocks. Anyways, those that want to try it. But anyways, that's the last Nightfall solo for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.